All right, we're here for the first match with the new version of Jeskai Black, and this hand looks pretty solid. We got all our colors, which is nice. I think that's one major benefit to playing no copies of Shambling Events. Our lands come into play untapped a lot more often. Here, depending on we're on the draw, so depending on what he does, we're either going to lead with Mountain for Fire Impulse or Prairie Stream, so we can cast Soulfire. Alright, I think we're okay not killing something on turn 2, or maybe not killing something until turn 3. Okay. This could be Esper tokens, could be a mirror match. Regardless, his deck probably has Gideon in it. Silk Wrap, yep. Alright, looks like an Esper tokens deck. We may get... Let's see, I think we're going to fetch a Swamp here and cast Jace. That way we can hold up Fire Impulse just in case. It's unlikely we'll cast it, but I think I'd rather be safe than sorry. We're going to fetch a Black Source anyway, but this combination of lands casts basically every spell in the deck. In game 1 at least. Another Silk Rep, huh? Okay. Well, at least he's not playing Gideon. Gideon would have been troublesome. So now we're just going to refuel with Painful Truce. I guess we'll go white, black, blue. Leave open red for Fire Impulse. It's telegraphing it a bit, but I think that's okay. Unfortunately, we don't have the resources to kill Shambling Events here, but hang back Walker for 2. Alright, I think I'm okay just go ahead and killing this here. It's going to get a lot bigger if we don't. Fills up our graveyard a little bit. The 2 tokens could be troublesome. Ooh, only having 1 black kind of stinks. We could gamble a little bit in Painful Truce again, looking for a black mana. I think that's better than doing nothing except discard spell. Okay. Alright, hope his hand's not mono wingmate rock. So Drowsy Sky Spawner, Secure the Waste, Sorin. So I think we're going to take Secure the Waste and just try to kill Sorin with Crackling Doom. His hand's actually pretty good against us though. Tokens are rather annoying in game 1, to be quite honest. Now, hopefully all he does is tick up. Okay, we'll go and just kill one of these tokens. He's only going to gain 2 and deal us 2. Next turn, if he ticks up again, we'll just Crackling Doom and keep it from making an emblem. Alright, so I think we actually just pass here. We may want a Crackling Doom, so I don't want to cast the Treasure Cruise just yet. No, maybe we do. I think I'd just say go. I think he's just going to cast Sky Spawner, so we want to Oshai's Command to counter draw. I guess with how we were set up, ooh, that's good. That's really good. This matchup's a little tough, I think. Especially game 1. After game 1, it's a lot better. Alright, we don't really want to draw another land, so we're going to go ahead and fetch. We're going to get another blue source, another black source. And we're going to... Oh, wrong one. Treasure Cruise for blue. I think we're gonna leave Crackling Doom in the graveyard. Soulfire's not bad. Alright, so we'll play that. He can Murderous Cut it, but we can always go Oshai's Command it back and put a little more pressure on Soren. Now, we could have just double Crackling Doom to kill Soren, but it's not that much of a threat right now. I'd much rather get a little value off of hitting like Shambling Vent, Seeker of the Way, a Gideon token or something. Oh, that's a big Hangerback Walker. Alright. Counter and return Soulfire. And now we're going to be able to pressure Soren a bit. If all he does is make a vampire, we get to activate Soulfire and Crackling Doom. Which is nice. Guess we could actually Kolaghan's Command now that we drew that. So, activate. So we'll go make him discard, deal 2 to the vampire, and then attack Soren. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape here. Rebuying Kolaghan's Command is pretty huge. Now he could just have a removal spell for that, but it looks like he just had a bunch of nothing in hand, so... Alright, game 2. Radiant Flames is huge here. I think both Ob Nixilis and Ruinous Path and Painful Truce come in. Duress is great, Erase is great, and Negate comes in as well. Having another Kolaghan's Command here would have been awesome, but it is what it is. Rosa is pretty bad in this matchup for sure. Crackling Doom has a lot of potential since they do run Soren and Gideon for the most part. If we bring in all this stuff, though, I don't really know what to cut. We could just try to win the game without Monastery Mentor. That could be a route that we choose to take, since he's probably going to have a lot of removal against us, and we could just try to grind him out with Jace, Soulfire, and then waste a return at like Kolaghan's Command and Ojutai's Command, and maybe just draw a bunch of cards with Ob Nixilis and Painful Truce, and just win basically off of the card advantage game. We have to cut 9 cards though, so honestly I don't really know what to cut. The Crackling Dooms I think gotta stay. The Fire Impulses can probably go. It's possible we can't bring in all this stuff. And we could find ourselves getting buried by Hangerback Walker if we start cutting all of our cheap removal, like if we don't have any of this stuff in. But alright, we're gonna try it without Mentor. And maybe we don't want all the Radiant Flames. Maybe we don't want all the Painful Truce. We could just get beat down real fast. Alright, we're going to try this configuration for now. But I could see us just getting overwhelmed. Maybe we have to keep the Mentors in. Maybe we just cut Soulfires instead. We just want all these Radiant Flames. Alright, we'll try this. It's probably not great, but we'll see how it goes. I haven't played too much of this matchup. This hand's definitely a mulligan. If we had 2 lands, it would be a Sneeper Keeper. Ew. Alright, well we got all our colors, so I think we gotta keep. Mentor's a pretty good one on top. If we get Duress, the game is probably over. Alright, no 2-drop is good for us. Hangerback Walker would have been very problematic. Well, Jace was a very good draw. It's probably going to die, which may mean that Monastery Mentor does not die, though. Ultimate price? We're probably going to play Painful Truce before we play Mentor, depending on what he plays this turn. Like, the threat of Gideon is pretty real. Guy spawner, okay. Alright, well, the threat of Gideon is pretty real, so I think we actually just have to play Mentor and hope. If we don't get to untap with it, then that means he didn't cast Gideon, so maybe that's okay. It's possible we don't want any Painful Truce in our deck, because they do have the potential to just go very hard on the aggressive side of the game, or the aggressive side of the matchup. Alright, so get blue-black. That's a lot of lands. Alright, well, we're probably going to lose here to Wingmate Rock or something. Basically, any threat out of him right here is bad for us. Wingmate, Gideon, Soren. Yeah. Not a lot we can do mulliganing and then having this many lands. We could have mulliganed to 5. Okay, well, we're just dead here. Alright, let's try a different approach. We're going to cut all the Painful Truce. They are not bad. It's possible we don't want Negate, but I think that's foolish. It's possible we don't want Ostracized Command, because he actually doesn't have that many creatures in his deck. I think we can probably trim the Murderous Cut as well. Maybe we don't want to try to contain his tokens with Radiant Flames, and we just want to rely on the back of Mentor. That could mean... Let's see. I think the Erase is fine, the Negates are solid. The Ruinous Path and Utter End help out against all the Planeswalkers. I guess we do. We're on the play. Painful Truce is insane on the play. So, we'll just hope that he tries to, like, kill our creature on 2. We have 1, and then just try to Painful Truce and get him with card advantage. Alright, perfect. Alright, well, he's on 5 also, so... Unless he ends up having a glut of Painful Truce and card draw spells, it shouldn't be too terribly difficult. We're going to leave with Soulfire over Jace. I'm going to predict that the first creature will die, but not the second. Although there's a good chance we just cast Painful Truce next turn if he kills our guy. If he doesn't kill our guy, well, then we're just going to play Mentor. Maybe he could just be ignoring the Soulfire, though, so... Well, we want to play a 3-drop this turn and double 1-drop next turn, so I think we actually just want to Painful Truce. And then next turn we'll play Soulfire Jace. Alright, well, he didn't have a... Alright, well, that undid his mulligan. We do want to fetch. Sorry. Alright, so I guess we'll fetch blue-black. Play Jace and Soulfire. And we have a backup Jace, even if this one dies, as well as 2 Soulfires, which is sweet. And he's already at 12. Man, cat rich. Two hang it back. Okay. Alright, so I think we get blue-white here. And we do want to flip our Jace and probably cast Painful Truce unless we draw something really good. Alright, well, that's not terrible, but... I think we just want to Jace Painful Truce. I kind of just want tick up. I'm just going to tick up attack, see what he does. Maybe just go Jace Crackling Doom. He might block, which would also be fine. Could just flood the board and hope he doesn't Wrath us. I mean, at this point, we can even beat Wingmate Rock. We can just double Crackling Doom next turn. Alright, well, that was the match. Not a whole lot to talk about there. I mean, in Game 3, he did mulligan a bunch. In Game 2, we drew a bunch of land. I think Game 1 was the more interesting of the games, but I mean, at this point, like, it's going to be really hard for him to come back. Like, if he had a 5th land and a Wingmate Rock there, he was definitely in the game. But we were just going to, like, give him 2 Hangerback Walker tokens, go Crackling Doom, Flashback, Crackling Doom, and just bury him with tokens, and he would be at 4 life with 2 blockers, and we'd put him at 2 from the attack. So, you know, if he had a removal spell for the Monastery Mentor that turn, he was still facing down a Flip Jace and 2 Soulfires with a bunch of mana, the ability to flashback Painful Truths. So, I don't know. It was a really strong draw from us, and his mulligan to 5 definitely didn't help. Him not having a 2-drop especially was painful for him. So, anyway, guys, that's all for round 1. We'll be back for the second match in just a few.